music channel.
Alrighty then, g'day guys, and welcome. My name is Michael, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to the Ruby Phoenix, our Pathfinder 2nd Edition adventure, which takes place prior to the Tournament of the Ruby Phoenix, which is another Pathfinder 2nd Edition game. Joining me today is my wonderful Patreons, who support my channel and help me do fun, awesome, and amazing things like this game, for example. Unfortunately, as you can probably tell, we do not have a Neil today, but that is okay. We do send Neil all of our love, and we hope that he will return in due time, but unfortunately he has been called away to work. But you know what? I did. Let me just, boop, there he is. Where is he? Nope. No, that's Hatsune.
Is your
Tamaki. There it is. Oh, boop. There it is.
It's on the stream just now.
Yay, there we go. All right, we can see all this stuff. So anyway, thank you one and all for coming and joining us. As always, we'd like to take a quick moment to thank our sponsor, Hero Forge, for the wonderful artwork that you can see on screen here. If you want to make artwork like that yourself, please go check out Hero Forge. No, that is not how I spell any of that. That is also not how I spell that. I will learn my commands one day. So anyway. Yes, Hero Forge, where you can make your own really cool models. Although, you know, it feels like these models could use a little bit of updating, so maybe I'll play around with them at some point or another. But we also would like to give a quick shout out and thank you to Sirenscape for the wonderful soundtracks that we'll be hearing for today. Although I don't know if we'll be hearing much today because I'm having some sound issues. We are trying to resolve them as quickly as possible, but, you know, we'll see how we go. And a big thank you to Fantasy Grounds for the VTT of our choice. We love the guys over at Fantasy Grounds, and, yeah, I love using it for our particular game. So, yay! With that, of course, let us now turn the ball over to our players to tell us about the characters that they're playing, starting with none other than Liu, our Tengu, being played by none other than our dear friend Rick. G'day, Rick.
G'day, Michael. Yes, I play Liu. He is a Tengu, as you might be able to see from my lovely Hero Forge model right next to me.
Mm-hmm.
He is a monk, a hand-to-hand fighter, specializing in a particular variant of Drunken Mastery. Not deliberately as much as the fact that he's been coming off 10 years as a rampant alcoholic. So it's more of an adaptation than a true style.
Indeed. Next up, we have, of course, the Oni warrior Taisho being played by none other than our dear friend Edward from Games and Tea. G'day, mate.
Hello. G'day. How you doing?
Doing good. Do you want to tell us a little bit about Taisho?
Taisho is an uncultured, bit of an idiot, dumbass, Oni barbarian. That's the best description I can give of him in the best light, I should say. In other words, he's just an absolute asshole. But we'll get to that.
Very well. And last but certainly not least, we have... yeah, that's true. Last but certainly not least, playing the role of Kaito, our Kitsune water mage, is none other than the delightful Sean. Hi, Sean.
Hello. Not sick anymore, which is great.
Yay!
But yeah, Kaito is a young 13-year-old Kitsune who has gotten into a lot of trouble in his years, and he's trying to make right about that. And yeah, is still getting into a lot of trouble.
That is very true. Very true. All right. Well, without any further ado, guys, the last thing I want to talk about is you guys in the audience, because you guys get to play alongside with us. If you guys would like to, there are a number of ways you can interact with the game as we play. First of all, you can use the channel points that you earn from simply watching and hanging out on my channel. So those can be used in order to influence today's game, ranging from plot twists to inspiration, inside bonuses to help my party with clues, a whole bunch of really cool, fun stuff there. You can also choose to donate to our channel and help me keep feeding myself, because food is important, apparently. And for $5, you can award hero points to our players. which will allow them to stave off death, gain advantage on particular rolls, or petition the GM for random things. Or if you feel particularly mean, you can give me Jinx points. Behold, Jinx points, which I can use to basically do the exact opposite. For $10, you can grant a Wheel or Woe, which is kind of a supercharged hero point, where the party can petition for something quite large and spectacular, or a woe, which is quite the opposite. And yeah, something really bad happens. For $20, you can award one of my players, or even me, a natural 20, because why roll a natural 20 when you can just have one? And lastly, for $50, you can grant a boss buff to increase the difficulty of an encounter, or provide a magic item, a permanent feature to the campaign for my lovely players. And as one of my friends from one of my other games has said, I am very stingy with magic items. So if you would like to see my party survive with magic items, then yes, please, of course, dig generously. Now, lastly, but surely, we have, of course, the secret menu item. Hey, Forbidden Library raid! Ooh, see, the Forbidden Library. So many secrets. I want them. I like secrets. Secrets are amazing. Let's start with the first secret of what you guys were up to today. How did your stream go? I hope that you had a bloody awesome time. Bam. Did my spelling work? No. Oh, I did an at because I swear, I will learn how my frickin' stuff works one day. Yes! Yay! Some Dungeons and Dragons. That sounds amazing. Guys, if you've just joined in for the raid, my name is Michael, Dead Ozzy Gamer. We're playing a Asian-inspired Pathfinder 2nd Edition adventure. Liu, Drunken Monk, Tengu, Taisho, Barbarian Oni, and Kaito, Water Mage Kitsune. And we are just going over some of the rewards, which you can see in chat now. There you go. It's boom. There you go. Some of the ways you can interact with the game. And, of course, in addition to this, there is the secret menu. Now, the secret menu item for today is an encounter with the Sakura King. So if someone unlocks the secret menu, that drums everything up to 11, and then I just have to deal with that because that's how we do things. Also, hi, Lily of the Lake. Nice to see you. Welcome in. Okay. Have I forgotten anything? Nope. Good. Excellent. In which case, we turn our attentions back to the jungles of Nagajor. All right, now, again, my players won't be able to hear the music, but you guys will, so sorry, players.
I heard it for a split second.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had it on my thing, but I needed to, yeah, it's fine. Anyway, so, we return once again to the jungles of Nagajor, a wide, sprawling, verdant landscape that unfolds around the southern reaches of the continent of Tianxia. Our heroes, a group of travelers seeking the masters of the elemental scrolls to teach them the secret arts so that they might return to the nation of Goka and overthrow the evil and dominating Oni daimyo. They had learnt from a seer up on the top of the mountains of the Dragon Temple that the master of the Water Scroll was somewhere to be found on the coast of Nagajor. Unfortunately, however, they seem to have been besieged by vicious, razor-sharp-teethed Piscine creatures, and our heroes have made haste in order to try and assist the Master of the Waves. Now, during this period of time, Liu and Tamaki have been separated from both Taisho and Kaito. While Taisho and Kaito made pursuit of an undead bard who seemed to be screaming out into the woods, Tamaki and Liu have made their way to the coasts in hope of meeting their comrades further down the trail. Tamaki and Liu encountered more members of the Nagaji. They also met with the chieftain's son, or grandson, who they were supposed to deliver a message that their war against the Piscine creatures and the hatred that they have needs to come to an end. After Liu and Tamaki managed to defeat several of these Piscine creatures that were attacking the Nagaji, their words seemed to sink in, at least into the grandson's mind. They agreed that they would return and speak with the elders before they continued their campaign to drive off any intruders to their jungle. But beforehand, Tamaki had shown a mural that he had found along the coast depicting the tenuative peace that the Piscine had with the reptilian Nagajor many years ago, only to uncover that perhaps what was stolen from the Piscine and instigating this war was none other than a large gnarled trident. A trident that is in the possession of Taisho. Now, Taisho and Kaito had been chasing after this undead that had mysteriously appeared in the village of the Nagajor. And moving their way through the various countrysides, they very quickly forgot their troubles as it left further and further behind them. They left behind the idea that perhaps the water master was in imminent peril. They left behind the ideals that maybe the reptilian Nagaji, who were trying to broker peace between the outside world, may have required more members of the outside world to heed their warnings. And they also forgotten about the Sakura King, a Oni assassin from the Oni daimyo who had come in search of Taisho and the rest of the travelers. An evil large Oni covered in wide branches, blooming with sakura. We're going to be picking up from a few hours prior to where our last game was, where Taisho and Kaito, you seem to be, again, hoofing it through the jungles in pursuit of a very bizarre-looking creature, who, for our lovely players at home, look like... Oh, nope, it's not ready. Hold on 1 second. My apologies.
It just looks like a human, right?
It does. It looks exactly like a human. I mean, it looks like the most human you've ever seen.
Exactly.
All right.
Except missing flesh, skin, organs.
Bone. Yeah, it was pretty much everything. Everything but bones.
Pretty much everything
no.
except bone.
you're describing a human, like, you know.
Hey.
All right. Let's see. Did I? Oh no! Oh no! Where is it?
That was Neil's name, not mine.
Yes, that was. That's true.
Yes, it was Neil's name. This is true.
Okay, is he? I'll give it one last quick look. Quick look. Otherwise, aha! There he is. Boom. All right. There he is, the skeletal bard. As he begins to run and make his way through, you hear this. You don't need to chase me. You can stop anytime you'd like.
And you can stop running. Just want to know what you
chasing
are.
me.
But stop running and I will stop chasing.
You might be lying. Trust me, I'm no one suspicious.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, sure, why are you running after this thing? Out into the
Because
dark?
it's a... Taisha will eventually like, oh, sod this. I haven't got enough energy to chase after this creature.
All right, as you stop, the creature in front of you also comes to a halt. He stops and he looks at you. His empty sockets stare at you as he says, "Okay, are we cool?"
We were always cool. You got up and ran.
Well, yes, because you look quite angry.
He always looks angry.
This okay. I think they have a phrase. This is my resting bitch face.
I don't have a face. Allow me to introduce myself. I am human. Human. I'm a traveling minstrel and a purveyor of all things trombone.
Like the instrument?
Yes, he pulls out a trombone.
Oh, so you're a bard. That makes sense, given how you're dressed. What were you doing with the Nagaji people?
Well, the Nagaji are brilliant storytellers, and I am summoned to anywhere that has a good story.
You're a fascinating, like, can you almost
Human.
get back? Yes, you're a fascinating human.
Yes.
Do you know
thank
the way back to the Nagaji?
He raises a finger and he goes, "It appears that I am lost." Both of you can make a survival check.
Thank you. I needed that situation.
Oh boy.
All right, we have a survival check of 25 and 10. Kaito, you have no idea where you are.
Yeah.
Taisho, you've got a pretty solid idea of where the village is from where you are.
Right,
There could be, like, dangerous animals out here. We should probably head back.
Yeah, it's a good. That is a good idea. Hugh, man.
Yes. That is I. You may also call me Mr. Man.
Mr. Man. I like that one.
Yes. That's okay. I have
yeah.
I have a brother. He's a rather religious person, and he also was knighted. You see,
Sir Man.
his name is Sir Man.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say together you're called the Mr. Men.
Oh, please stop, please.
Oh
Help.
my god.
I think it's too early in the morning.
It's, oh,
The best character.
jeez, Michael, you were on form today. Oh, that's just... All right, this Mr. Man, just come with, follow me. Please don't play your bone instrument.
Oh, but it is quite good.
Yeah, but there are lots of creatures that might find, well, perhaps not tasty, but they might like to chew on you.
You might have a point. Very well. Lead the way.
And Taisha will turn around and start leading the way.
Yeah, you're the one that,
Alright.
yeah, apparently goes the way
Taisha-
back.
Taisha turns and begins to walk back to the Nagaji town. Meanwhile, upon the coast, seated around a campfire, we return to Liu and Tamaki, who are speaking with the Nagaji scouts who were, sort of getting ready to return to the village as well. If what you say is true about the trident being in the possession of one of yours, then I think it is best if you travel with certain care. The Piscine creatures, the devilfish, may see your incursion in their territory as a sign of aggression.
That makes good sense, Ennis. The more I think about it, the more I think that while we haven't caused the current situation, we can hardly cross to the island while the sea is held against us by these sea devils. We wouldn't stand a chance in the open water. It seems to fall to us to somehow, if not bring peace, at least broker a ceasefire. Not a role I thought I'd be playing, but perhaps.
Well, it is appreciated. I think peace is something that we strive for, but are willing to fight for. some harder than others.
I'm really not the person to judge on that.
Tamaki says, well, we also need to figure out a way to get to the small island over there. What if you go and take the Nagaji back to the village, and I'll try and, like, you know, build a boat or a raft or something. Because, I mean, we could do the walk on water thing, but I don't know how long we can hold it and how far that island is.
Yeah, yeah, no, I think you're right, Tamaki. I'm just, to be honest, I'm worried about leaving you here on your own.
Well, that's okay, because I have no intention of returning to the village. I will stay with the fleshy one. This is Atome, the second of the Nagaji here. The one that is part of the rebellion, as it were. Ennis says, are you sure you're going to be okay? I understand if you don't wish... Yes, quit bothering me over it. The debt is needed to be paid, and the debt shall be. Oh, if you insist.
Very
I
well.
just don't wish to owe anything to these flesh bags.
Look, I don't feel that you owe me anything, but I would be glad and grateful if you would stay with Tamaki and make sure he doesn't get in any trouble.
He sort of glares, and Tamaki's like, I protest a little. And at this point, there's this... It's like, on second thought, you know what? He looks perfectly safe, perfectly fine, you know, I mean, just...
Tamaki, let's be honest. If you make a raft here, and it takes me longer than a couple of days to come back with the others, you're going to want to field test it. And that's a terrible idea.
Okay, that's true. With the last words of Liu ringing in his ears and a new friend, Tamaki begins his work while Ennis and Atome begin to make their way back towards the Nagaji village. If you would like, please make me a survival check, Liu.
I will attempt one.
No, snake comes after you.
Another snake? Yeah, no, I'm not great at this.
All right. Yeah, that's not great. Let's see how your friend Ennis does. Where's your survival? Do you have any survival? He does not have survival. So he's going to make a wisdom check. He rolled a natural 1. Very well. It's been a while since Ennis has returned. And the two of you are lost in the winds, as it were. All right. Now, as this happens, you begin to make your way into the woods, as does Taisho and Kaito. The sound of the birds in the trees and the creatures moving in the underbrush are all that seem to surround you as you march. Human says, "Are we there yet?"
No.
Are we there yet? Now.
No.
How about now?
No.
Are we there yet?
No.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Bone Man!
Yes.
Shut up! We are not there.
I'm just listening out for like anything, like just looking around, just making sure that like nothing's gonna jump out of bushes at us or something.
All right,
Like I'm not focused on their conversation at all.
All right, make a perception check if you would like.
Yeah.
Taishu is just way too distracted by human.
That's very loud. It's hard to concentrate.
All right. Yeah, it is very hard to avoid the clear distraction that is
I have
provided.
sensitive ears.
Yeah. It is very difficult to avoid the distractive nature of human. As you start walking, he says, "Did you know that there's a specific music note that irritates and annoys any creature that hears it?"
Would that be just your voice?
That's a good one. That's a good one. Here, I'll play it for you. Ready?
No, don't. Yeah, don't.
Oh, you sure?
Well, yes.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
We are. Oh my. Human, we are in the middle of the forest,
Jungle.
where there is lots of things that are likely to want to chew on your skull.
Have
Do
you
you
seen a
want-
pack of angry monkeys? Because that's how you get a pack of angry monkeys.
I have not
Yeah.
seen a pack of angry monkeys.
That was not
Okay, well,
enjoyable.
do you want do you want to be chewed on? Do you want to become a chew toy?
No. No, that is definitely not what human desires.
Good answer. Then don't make any sound.
Okay. Not a sound. My lips are sealed, even though I don't have lips. But, just...
You are making sound.
Okay. It's fine. He starts to walk
Good.
quietly behind you. As he does so, a few moments later, you hear this crunch sound.
Oh no.
You turn around, and he's got a bag of chips. It's like fried banana chips.
Why would you even need to eat? Oh yeah, you think we're human.
Tasha just looks at him.
I'm sorry. Did you want one?
He just turns around and starts walking again.
Okay.
It's just not.
As-
He just can't engage anymore with this person. He just turns around and starts walking away again.
All
And he stopped caring whether or not human will follow or not.
He's maybe even picking up the pace so human might not follow.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah.
All right.
And Kaito will gladly pick up the pace too. He wants to leave this behind also. He's getting more and more frustrated too.
Okay. So as you slowly begin to make distance between yourselves and human, further up ahead, Taisho, you step in something that looks unusual. The jungle here is verdant and green, and the vines are kind of like twisted and very, very flexible because of the humidity in the area. You step in something that looks to be quite, I don't know, like dry, thick, barky wood, very, very rigid wood. And it looks to be a very, very different color to the other, greenery around you.
We'll stop and examine it.
You examine it. It appears to be the root of a tree of some kind.
Now, why would there be a hard tree here?
Yeah.
If you wish to, you may make a nature check.
I would actually.
Very well. Please do so. And Kaito, you
Oh,
may
hey.
do so if you would choose.
Yeah, I'm not bad at nature, I found out. I'm really good. I like
I'm
nature,
crap at it.
apparently.
Yeah, Taisha, you've got no clue what you're looking at. You're like, tree branch looks weird.
I'm a city boy, and I somehow
Yeah.
know a lot about.
Well, Kaito, you remember that your you know what? Let's take a moment. I love this moment. Let's take a moment. We're gonna do a flashback. All right, here we go. So we go back to Kaito's history. You're in the tea shop, serving tea with an apron around your waist, where your master, a giant, very muscular pangolin, is serving tea hunched over and pouring it for various guests. Your master, you sort of say, we're out of the floral pink tea. He says, Kaito, yes, it's about time that I showed you the secret behind the floral pink tea. Come to the garden.
I follow. I know where this is going already.
The secret to any good tea is knowing where the essence of flavor exists with the teas that you use. Some tea comes from the leaves, others from the petals. But the wise know how to use a spivet. And he takes this, what looks to be this metal kind of pipe dagger, and he sticks it into a tree in the courtyard. He gives it a couple of taps, and soon this milky white and pink liquid sort of pours out, which he catches into a small bowl. He then hands you the bowl and, has you stand underneath and capture it. He says, always remember that the secret ingredient may always be, and he places his hand over your chest, what's inside. And with that, he takes a flower from the tree and places it into the milky pink substance. And you watch as it floats. It is a sakura blossom.
Well, remembering this memory, Kaito's like smiling, but then what little color he already has on his face because he's white, he just kind of just drains, and then his smile turns into kind of like a frown. It's like, this is a sakura plant. This plant shouldn't be here, and it's the sakura plant. It's that Oni must be nearby.
No sooner than you say this, you hear rustling coming from a nearby tree. Emerging from the bush is a familiar face. It is Vrantris. Vrantris, of course, being the ninja warrior who is a mannequin of sorts, trained to mimic and emulate the martial arts styles of the ninjas here in Nagajo. He stands there and looks at you. The last you saw of this individual, he had been facing off against the Sakura King.
Vrantris.
Please tell me that you were successful.
As he emerges from the underbrush, you have a more clear view of your friend, and things are not well.
Tasha starts to draw the trident.
His body is covered from head to toe in vines. It looks as though his body has been taken over by the same kind of roots that you find at your feet. And sakura blossoms bloom over his body.
Huh. Well, Kaito, I think that answers that question.
Yeah, I think it does. Let's hope he's alone.
Maybe we'll find out. He doesn't answer you. He does, however, look as though he's not jumping into battle just yet. But you do hear another commotion coming from behind you, as emerging from the bushes to the south is none other than Liu and a Nagaji.
Hey. Hello, guys. Hello, boss.
Liu!
Oh, sorry, hold on. The music's a little loud. I'm just going to turn that down a bit. There we go.
Liu, I hope you have your fists ready.
Well,
Yeah.
They're my hands. They're kind of attached to the end of my arms, so...
Well, and Taisha will just point across at Vrantris. Verantris, yeah, he wasn't
being
successful.
Controlled. He's being
Oh.
controlled by the Sakura king.
Yeah, those are Sakura blossoms, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Ugh. Well, we knew he was challenging a dangerous foe.
All right. Let us roll initiative. And let me share the map real quick. There he is. Okay, so there's Vantris, which I'm going to put over here. And let's now share the map with our lovely audience. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. We have Vrantris, Taisho, Kaito, and we have Ennis and Liu coming from the south.
Oh yeah, I guess we didn't bring up that. Yeah, Liu has a friend.
Yes, he does. And Liu, you will have rested. So I'm going to give you guys a rest real quick as well, just while I remember, so I don't murder you all.
Hey, my 10 hit points were looking sweet. No worries there.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so you got a little bit of extra hit points there.
Yep, cool.
All right, and lastly, let's get into initiatives. Boom. All right, Ennis is the first on the initiative. He looks towards the Oni and hisses, "Spawn of hatred."
Ennis, that one's a friend.
That is
Not anymore.
That is suspicious. He's not a friend. You heard him.
Oh. Guys, can we just stop this? What's
Yeah,
up with Brentford?
sorry, Liu. No, look at him.
No, Taisho, you missed the bit where he said, "Oh yeah, okay,
Sorry.
maybe Taisho misinterpreted. He was talking about the Oni that was there, spawn of hatred."
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So he's like, no,
Sorry,
no,
I completely
Taisho's a friend.
missed that.
No, Taisho's a friend, and you're like, no, he's not.
No,
Like-
not anymore.
Sorry, no, I completely missed that. My fault.
It's fine. All right. So yes.
I was so confused by that. I'm like, oh wait, I understand what he's saying now. Yeah.
This is irregular, but if the Elder has approved of you, then have at you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Uh-oh.
And with his Ransor, swings at Vantris. With a critical miss. Wow, good start, mate.
Oof.
Also, very quickly, we have received a lovely donation from, we have, what was it called? It was called Cherry Nowhere King. Where everyone has now got a hero point locked and loaded.
Yay! Thank you, Jerry.
Well, it's technically
Thank
McBluff,
you.
but we love McBluff.
McBluff did it?
All right. I don't know if that's supposed to be a secret, but you know, I'm loving the unique names here. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Weapons tangled. Makes perfect sense. All right. So as his Ransor swipes into the mesh of Sakura blossoms, some of them almost animate as they grab onto the Ransor and prevent him from retreating with it, meaning he cannot make his next attack. He will spend the action attempting to try and pull the Ransor free, making a strength check. Let's see if he can do it. Yep, all right, he can, and then he wrenches the, he uses his last action to wrench his Ransor free. All right, next up, Liu, you're up.
Oh, this is bad. This is very bad. Liu's sort of just looking at it going, see, I was going to hang back safely and work out what was going on, but I'm kind of responsible for that guy's health and getting back to his grandfather. So here goes. He will take on his characteristic stumbling stance, move forward, and attempt a flurry of blows.
Nice. As you begin to duck left and right, staggering and swaying, you eventually use the momentum built up, and you... Nice! Land a solid hit to the side of Vrantris's head. Following it up with 9 damage as Sakura petals fall to the ground. You then continue that momentum with a second spin of the hand. Are you using the Chinese cups?
Yeah, cups.
Yeah, so as that first backhand comes in, before the head has a chance to recoil, the second side of the wrist sort of clocks him square in the neck, dealing 11 points of damage for a total of 20 damage to our dear friend here.
Brantris has flashbacks to when he was a training dummy.
He definitely does. He definitely does. All right, which brings us to Vrantris. Let's see now, Vrantris. Okay. Seeing that he is in a little bit of trouble. Not a great deal. I mean, some trouble. Little trouble. Teeny bit of trouble. He is going to use his Terrain Stalker ability.
Ooh.
He can sneak without attempting a stealth check, so long as he moves more than 10 foot. So he is going to move into the bushes. And is considered to be stealthed. As he does this, he then casts True Strike. And is then going to have a chain. Let's see, it's 20 foot, so 5, 15, 20. A chain is going to lash out at Taisho.
Oh, jeez.
Let me just check here real quick. The effect of True Strike in 2nd edition. Make an attack roll before the end of your turn. Roll twice, take the better result. Ignore any circumstance penalties to the attack roll. Okay, very well. So he's going to be rolling with advantage, is what? Okay, here we go. 1 and 2. What's your AC, by the way?
26.
26. Okay, so that's gonna be lowered.
Let me just double check that the that mutagen isn't still on me. No, it is 26.
Okay, well, it'd be 24 because you are flat-footed, but that's okay. It was 1 off a crit. So, step 1. You take... 1, 2, so 2d6. Okay, so you take a sneak attack from the bushes as a chain with a sickle slashes at the back of your leg.
I would like to use a reaction to rage.
You may do so.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that was a reaction. Nice.
It's wounded rage.
Oh, cool.
All right, and that's an additional 7 points of damage. All right. Cool. That is the True Strike. Ignoring penalties. Yada yada yada. Yep. Cool. And then he is going to attempt to trip you. You need to. What's your fortitude save?
12.
12. So 22 is my DC here. Oh, so close, but no. Oh, wait, no, because you are flat-footed. So yes, that will actually trip you.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah, so you are tripped and made prone as the sickle catches the back of your leg and whoosh, manages to pull past. As we then go to Taisho.
Ah! Fool! I will stand up.
Mm-hmm.
That's half my wound, isn't it?
Yes.
He's stealth right now, right?
He is stealthed. Yes.
Do I need to make a perception check to see if I can find out where he is?
Oh no. When he attacked, he broke stealth, so you know you know where he is.
I know exactly where he is then. So
I just need to
also
double check
move-
the terrain stalker. I
Please,
think
25.
it still works. Yeah, no. Yep.
And just so that, just for my own clarification, in Pathfinder, standing up is also just half movement.
Okay, yeah, let me check. I think it is, but let's find out. Pathfinder 2E, standing from prone. Only move action you can use while you're prone. The stand action. Yeah, so I think it is an action.
Oh, it's a full action. All right, that's fine. Then I will use the full action to stand up and run yelling over to Francis. Remember who you are. 1, 2, 3, and strike at him with my trident. I'm trying not to hurt him, but I'm basically trying to whack him over the head and beat some sense into him.
All right. You get a -2 penalty to your attack, but may do so. This is now a non-lethal attack as you try to hit Vrantris over the head.
Yeah. Oh, come on!
Ooh, unfortunate. I saw that. It was on 20 for the longest time, and then just tipped over to that 8. Damn.
All right. Well, that's all I can do.
All right. Which brings us to Kaito.
What's my range? What's your range? 30 feet. Does he have like any kind of cover from that like little like wall there?
He's got a little bit of cover, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll try to shoot him past it. Alright, so I'm gonna try casting Acid Splash on him. Sorry, Taisho, this is gonna hit you a little bit, but I want to see if I can try to damage the Sakura blossoms on him by spraying them with acid.
Very nice. Hey, Kaito, roll it again. As I'm gonna burn one of my Jinx points.
Did I hit him?
That'll miss.
Dang it! And I think Taisho still takes 1 damage.
Taisho, you take 1 damage.
Yay!
Sorry.
All right. So yeah, this globule of acid sprays out.
Oh, that's a 2-action spell too. So yeah, that's my turn then.
Mm-hmm. All right, back to the top of the round. We have Ennis.
I kind of want to try that again though.
Ennis steps forward and attacks from behind Taisho. He is not holding his attacks, as he will hit for 7 damage and then attempt a second attack. Oof, but will critically miss. My God.
Oof. Oh, jeez.
He is not rolling well.
He's having a hard time hitting him.
He is fatigued, which is probably the explanation as to why, after the fight with the Sea Devils earlier on, he is just exhausted from the battle.
Yeah, he was healed up, but that doesn't heal exhaustion.
Yep, exactly.
Makes sense.
All right, Liu, you're up next.
Okay. You will try and move around to put some pressure on Ventress's flank. So he's going to move over here and basically dive over the wall.
I'm imagining that dive and that forward roll tumble and then to his feet.
Yeah.
All right. Very nice.
So rising from the roll into...
Nice.
uppercut.
All right.
That's still good.
That's still pretty good. That's still pretty good. Oof.
And
This.
uses-
Yeah. The second one does not. All right. All right. Ventress is going to use his action, and you watch as he places both his hands together, and he starts making hand seals. And as he does, he then you then watch as the sakura blossoms begin to bloom, and you watch as this perfume starts to fill the area. Unfortunately, all of you are in the area for it, and I need everyone to make me a will save.
You. I'm not good at that.
All right, Taisho, I'm gonna burn a jinx point on you, buddy.
Oh no.
Oh, you're
Wow.
still okay. Okay, so Taisho is fine. Everybody else. Actually, I should probably roll for NS as well. NS is what your will save. Let's see. NS is not fine. Okay, so everyone, the sweet smell begins to flood your mind, and you kind of get this strange kind of almost coloration, like a hallucination, slowly beginning to wash over you. Taisho, you smell the sweetness, but it's almost like too sweet. It's almost bitter. The rest of you suddenly watch as several versions of Ventress appear around. And with his final action, he is going to stab Taisho.
Yeah, reasonable.
All right, now, actually, he's gonna... Ooh, no, he's gonna move, and he's gonna stealth. That's what he's gonna do. 5, 10, 15, 20... Yep, so he is now invisible.
Stop moving.
Hey!
If he
know
is,
this,
does
eh?
this still? I have no escape, which is a reaction. Does this still count?
No escape would only work for the first 5 foot, and then you'd lose sight of him.
Okay. Okay. It's fine.
Okay. Pardon me. All right. Let's change up this battle music, shall we?
The second stage.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, you'd move up 5 foot if you want to, but then yes, he kind of disappears.
No, if it's not going to make any difference, he's not going to do that.
Sure. Taisho, it is your turn.
Sticky. What are you? Come here. He's just gonna look around, see if he can try and find him.
Perception check, if you would be so kind.
Yep. You just find my skills. There it is.
Whoa.
Natural 20.
That's pretty good. Oh, I'm gonna burn a jinx point on that one. Definitely don't want that to be my stealth.
No.
All right.
Alpha.
Well, actually, that still works because a natural 20 boosts up your failure rate by 1 step. So normally, in this case, you would have failed to observe him, but now you do because you got the natural 20.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, so it does actually work. Yeah, it's not an auto success, but it always treats whatever you've got as 1 step higher.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, so you know that he's over here.
There you are. Come here. You're a person. He's going to yell at him, and again, he's going to hit him while trying not to kill him.
All right, make another attack.
Is this this is -2, right? And my perception is that was that an action?
Yes. It's
Right,
the search
1, 2,
action.
3. Yep. That's fine. Sneak up 3 there. Oh, for fuck.
All right, you swing. Which
I can find him where he is, but I can't bloody hit him.
All right, Kaito, you're up next. You can see roughly where Taisho's hitting, but you see, let's see, you see like, let's say, 11 versions of him around you.
Oh yeah.
Get back there,
do I
you.
trust? Yeah. I was like, do I trust the one that Kaito or that Taisho's fighting? Like, do I trust that I know that he's fighting the real one, or?
Make a perception check.
Yeah. Good point.
Because again, you also can't see the one that Taisho's fighting. Taisho's fighting
true.
nothing in the air. Taisho's just swinging into the air.
I think he's the one that failed. Nah. Where's my perception? There it is.
Wow. Okay.
Oh.
We are
Go
the
fantasy
ninja
grounds.
spotters.
So
Yeah, you can definitely see that there is one hiding over there, and the others aren't hiding. The others look like they're about to attack.
yeah, well, I feel like the one that's hiding is the one that feels definitely the most makes the most sense. Oh gosh, that is funny. Gosh, I don't want to hurt him that much either. Yeah, I'll just try to push. Hydraulic push him into the tree. I think. Let's get that out. Oof. I'm so bad. I can't hit anything.
All right, as your hydraulic push goes up against the bushes here, I need you to give me a number between 1 to 5.
Let's do 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. You have mental backlash. Until healed, you are stupefied 3. So what that means is that as you've cast your spell, your nose has started to bleed. You're kind of like, because of the Sakura, the influence of it, it starts to kind of backlash on you, and you feel your mind kind of waning.
Oh jeez. Doing like the Mortal Kombat like head spin.
Yeah, just ooh. All right. Next up, we have Ennis. Ennis failed his check. He's gonna go for his perception. I swear, if he rolls a natural 20.
I would love that. Keep it up.
No, he does not. So I'm gonna roll a random dice. If he rolls an 11 or 12, he will go for the right one.
Rick, if somehow you get a D, or if you get a natural 20, I'm gonna like find a way to give you $100.
All right. As there is the swash, you kind of whip around, and you watch as the blade cuts into one of the clones, which then turns into more of that pink mist. All right. Next up is Liu.
Liu is feeling. Well, actually, it's a pretty familiar feeling for him. He's lightheaded and seeing multiple figures, and he's struck by the of it all, as I am. He's basically on the verge of giggling to himself over in the corner here, and he'll just sort of go into the corner of the cover of the corner of the walls and pull out a couple of his throwing darts. And then I guess I will make a perception action to try and see what's going on. More out of curiosity.
It's like the people that play darts better when they're drunk.
All right.
Nice.
Make a perception check as you search around.
Dang.
Nope.
All right, no, you do not see this, but you are still surrounded by a bunch of these creatures. All right, Vrantris. Now, as you are attacking Vrantris, you notice that the sakura blossoms seem to be growing tighter and tighter on his body. As they do ensnare, he is going to once again move around. And this time, oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to try this. I'm going to use one action to throw the chains up into the tree where the branches are, and the second chain, he's going to make a grapple attempt on Taisho.
Okay.
So I need a reasonably high roll. Oh, what's your thing is 20? Sorry, you've got 12 AC, do you? 12 fortitude. Sorry.
Yes.
I need one more. I'm going to burn a jinx point to give me that one. All right. So what he does is, as he basically has the chain in his hands, he jumps over to the other side of you, wrapping the chains around your neck. Then with his final action, he's going to grab hold of the hooks and pull downwards and attempt to hang you from the tree.
Okay.
He will need an athletics check as well again.
Oh yeah, that's gonna do it.
That's gonna do it. All right. In addition, I'm gonna get you to make me a reflex save, Taisho, as you are pulled into the tree. All right. You managed to hang on to your weapon as you are pulled up into the tree. You are, however, grappled, and in addition, you are suffocating as the chains are wrapped around your neck. In addition, because he has moved because he has moved 10 foot, he is now also concealed. Except from Taisho, who can obviously follow the chain to where he is. All right, Taisho dangles precariously from the tree, as we then go to to Taisho's turn.
Hanging here, choking. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. What's your con modifier at the moment, by the way?
My constitution modifier, it is 3.
All right, so you have 8 rounds of suffocation before you're in trouble.
Liu just got done seeing one of his friends get suffocated, and now Liu has to watch one of his other friends getting suffocated.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I've got a dumb idea. Can I have Taisho swing, using the fact that he's being pulled, so basically use his body to try and swing, and you can probably see where this is going. He's gonna and would like to try and swing over the branch.
I like that a lot. Let's make an athletics check.
Got a lot of neck muscles.
Come on, please. Come on. Don't. Oh, for fuck's sake, with the fucking 8 again. Sorry.
All right.
Yeah, plus 13 though. I mean, like, you're athletic.
Oh yeah.
Yes, but that is 3 8s.
Oh yeah. You swing him back and
And
forth.
120.
Unfortunately, as that is a what do you call it? A strained action. You drop from 8 rounds to 6 rounds. But it can't drop any further. You know, it can't drop any further for no matter what you do. So you spend one action to try and swing. It hasn't worked. Anything else?
Not really. He's he's just Taisho is bullheaded about this. He's going to have another go.
All right, give it another crack.
Yep. Come on, roll something higher than a freaking 8, please. That's a bit more like it. Thank you. Stupid thing.
All right. I'm going to say that with that, you do manage to swing up and around. However, because Vrantris got a natural 20 to secure you, What that's going to mean is that you are still grappled, but you are no longer suffocating.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm also. Would you also say that would take all my actions?
No, you still have one action, so you can now untangle yourself, as it were, as your final, if you would like.
Then I would like to do that.
All right, that will require another athletics check. Your target number is. Oh, it's not too bad. It's a 20 is your target number.
Just roll anything, but hey, if rolling another 8.
Beautiful. All right. Cool. You are no longer grappled. All right, Kaito, you're up.
Well, I looked up what Stupefy did, and that hurts. So in a daze with nose bleeding, he's just gonna walk up to Ventress and pull out his guitar. And he's like, just gonna start swiping at him because you can't really use magic when you're stupefied.
Not well.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it's like a 50-50 shot. Oh,
All right, that is a miss with your first attack. As you moved
I'll
up,
try a second.
trying a second. All right, let's see it.
This is not gonna go well. Nope.
That is a critical miss.
Oh no.
All right, pick a number between 1 to 5.
Let's do 2 this time. Half foot.
All right.
It'll be half as bad, right?
Maybe. Hand it over. Unless you succeed a reflex save, the target gains your weapon. Oh, you got an inspiration, so that is a reroll if you'd want to take it. From the Odd Bandicoot.
Yeah, I'll definitely take that reroll for sure.
All right, and yeah, go for it.
All right.
Thank you, Bandicoot.
Yeah, thank you so much. I miss too often. I want to hit something. Ah!
That is a miss. Although,
It's not a crit miss though.
Although that being said, you can use your hero point to give yourself a +4, which will make it a hit.
I think I'll save that for something more damaging than a D4 +2.
Sure. All right. Ennis is going to try and break free of the illusion. Shaking his head, he eventually comes to, but that will take his full round action to do so. Liu, you're up.
Liu was startled to see Taisho swung into the air and is kind of, yeah. Did you say it was a full round action to shake off the effects of the Sakura Blossom?
It is. Now, keeping in mind, you do have a natural 20, and in addition, that has come from none other than our wonderful friend, Calindria.
Ooh.
Thank you, Callie. Okay.
I think I'll take that time to get rid of the effect. I want to actually be able to target effectively at this point. So yeah.
I just realized I haven't got rid of that either. But should probably do that. It's not helping things.
Whereas I'm not as confident of lucking into a natural 20 on my perception.
Well, I mean to say you have a natural 20.
Oh, that actually is true.
Yeah, okay, I'll take that. I will absolutely take that. That's
all right. With your natural 20, you pinpoint exactly where Ventress happens to be.
Ventress is like, how is this possible? How are these people?
Yeah, it's like this whole fight is supposed to be like super ninja, like, you know, you guys are supposed to be dragged into the woods, and then next is like Predator style hanging from trees, and then it's like man, it's like he hasn't lost any of you except for like the freaking NPC.
Well, I was willing to go with it until you strung one of my friends up.
Very true.
He is going to, once he's done that, he's going to, I think I can use, because dart's a monk weapon, I can use a flurry of blows with that, yeah? Or is that a melee strike only?
I think it's a melee. Let me check.
Yeah, I have a feeling. Basically a flurry of shurikens, but I don't think I may not.
That'd be awesome.
I think you can as long as it's a monk weapon. Which I think it
Yeah,
is.
because they do have ammunition that are monk weapons, so
Yeah, no, it is allowed. It is allowed.
yeah, I was considering taking those instead I took the guitar.
No, there's a feat with that. there is actually a feat with that. So flurry of blows is 2 unarmed strikes.
Ah, okay, okay. Yeah,
So he
yeah.
will instead throw a dart because he has them in his hands, and then charge into battle. Oh yeah, he's good with darts, obviously. I'll take a 1, please, Michael.
Look, I can't make this stuff up. All right.
It's a bunch of crits and a bunch of crit fails.
It is. It is.
today.
Why is there no in between in this game today?
Yeah, there's just nothing. It's just it's just too
Oh
extreme.
no! There is in between. Taisha's
Oh, yeah,
providing
8.
all the 8s.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, that's true. That's true. Okay. 1 to 5, Rick. What do you got?
I'll take the 1, thanks.
The 1.
Which 8
All
is
right.
conveniently the DC I have to hit so I can
Uh,
cast any spells.
Oh wow, that's savage. But not my pony. Hits the nearest animal companion, mount, or familiar. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that in this particular case, the NPC is gonna fulfill that role. So make your attack against Ennis, if you would. Oh no, it just says
so
it
roll-
hits. So yeah, roll your damage against Ennis.
roll.
It's such a
Jesus Christ.
like strained relationship, anyways.
Sorry.
he just pulls a dart out of the back of his neck, like ah.
All
I
right.
mean,
yes.
Better than a firebomb.
I
Yes,
was
you.
getting your attention. It's this one.
You do get his attention. He definitely pays attention. He's like, ah. He recognizes that there was illusions at play and has kind of chalked it up to that. Now, real quick, Odd Bandicoot has asked a question. What is happening plot-wise at the moment? That is okay, because we do love our audience and we do love keeping them abreast of what is going on. So, right now, our group is in the middle of the jungle. They are allies to a tribe of snake people known as the Nagajor, and they are and Liu is currently escorting one of the extremists, who happens to be the grandson of the chieftain, back to the village. Taisho, our Oni barbarian, and Kaito, our Kitsune sorcerer, have been engaged in a battle with Vrantris, a training dummy for a ninja school that is hidden in the Nagajor jungles. However, last they saw, Vrantris was battling with the Sakura King, an Oni assassin who was out to kill our group, who had pissed off the wrong people. However, Vrantris has now returned, covered in sakura blossoms, and is now attacking our group, and the group is trying to snap him out of whatever mind control the Sakura King seems to have over him. That is the current state of battle, as it were, and where everyone is. There you go. All right, which brings us to Vrantris. All right, so Taisho's in a tree. Everyone can see him.
Yeah, I thought he
anymore.
got down. Yeah.
No, you haven't climbed
I got down
no.
and untangled.
No. You climbed up the tree to not choke, and then you've untied yourself, but you're still in the
yeah,
tree.
so you're on the branch.
Yeah, you're up on the branch. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, that makes
That's
sense. Actually, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Vrantris. Jesus, what is Vrantris even gonna do?
He's just surrounded.
All right. Ninja techniques. I don't have too many of these. Hold on. Sorry, I do apologize. I should be thinking about what else I can do. I mean, it's got to be more than just stealth and sneak attack, right? Let's see. Quick jump, powerful leap, skirmish strike. Yes. Terrain master, shadow mark. Does that do anything useful? Nope. Doesn't do crap. I mean, okay. Yeah, I guess all I'm gonna have to do is try and attack someone. So I'm gonna move into stealth, and as he moves automatically going into stealth, he is going to decide which of you he's going to attack. 1, 2, 3, or 4. If it gets a 1, he's going to attack Ennis. 3, Kaito.
Dang it.
All right, Kaito, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, a
He
sickle.
clenches his teeth.
A sickle will hit you for 7 and an extra 4, so 11 points of damage.
Ow.
He is then going to try and hit you again. Oh, and will absolutely
Yes.
miss.
I have a headache. Leave me alone.
All right. The blades that flash and the chains that rattle swing and slash at you, but that is all that Vrantris does this round. As we then go to Liu.
Ooh, Liu will. Well, he's running already, so he'll just continue his pursuit. And seeing as I have the action, I will attempt to feint with the first strike. So he has +1 to feint. Perception.
For Leo, this is good exercise.
All right.
So if his will save is 10 or lower, that works. Did I
Oh,
feint
sorry.
successfully?
No, his
Oh.
will save is 13.
Yep. Alright, I thought
Aw.
he will launch into another round of blows, keeping those hands swing constantly in motion.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, as long as the crits keep coming from us.
He won't roll a 1 for the follow-up. No. It misses, but there was a fair bit of weight behind that first punch.
Indeed, indeed. All right. Give us a number so that we can get that crit card in.
Oh, 3.
All right, with a 3, slashing.
It's his fist, so no.
Oh, bludgeoning. Okay,
Yeah,
he is
bludgeoning.
knocked prone.
That makes sense.
And because he was knocked prone, that second hit will actually hit.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it would because you have because you'd have bonuses to the hit.
It's in the same action, so I don't think it does.
No, it would because it would still be one after the other.
Okay.
I like the idea of it's like you trip him and then also you do like the hit that like hits them down harder.
All right. Actually, that's exactly where I need you to be. So as you strike him, with your, you kind of like trip
Can I
him
go
up.
prone too? I want to do the elbow drop one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
sure. All right.
nice.
So as you do the elbow drop, you fall upon Verantris doing the it's a technique known as the falling apple tree. As you do so, you kind of raise your hand and drop your arm directly on top of him. Because you have done this and self-imposed your prone ability, I'm going to give you advantage on your next attack against him. So you get to roll twice and take the higher. Now, as this happens, all of a sudden you hear this muttering that seems to be coming from under Vrantris' breath. You can barely hear it. But as you do, it says something along the lines of, Vrantris fought hard against the Sakura King. As the battle waned and waged, a seed was planted in Vrantris' chest that bloomed out with Sakura. His body became unknown to him, and the vines, twisted and gnarled, moved his limbs against his will. Vrantris believed that his friends would one day realize this, and perhaps rid him of the cursed seed. He seems to be narrating, but under his breath, very quietly.
Well,
Taisho.
What do I do in order to jump out of a tree?
Well, it's an
Apart from
athletics
jump.
It's an athletics check.
I will do that.
All right, make it so.
It's not an 8.
That's true, but that is also not enough.
close.
That is also not enough to make the distance down. Well, are you gonna jump across, or are you gonna just jump down off the tree?
Oh no, just down.
Okay.
Just straight down.
Okay, that'll jump down off the tree.
All right. Do I take falling damage?
Nope. You bend your knees as you hit the ground, and yep, you're good.
Sure. And that is an action?
That is an action, yes.
Cool, that's fine. And Taishul just will walk up because he's not too far away. And this is something that I was planning on Taisho having doing anyway. I would like to have Taisho use one of the prongs of the tridents to start prying or tearing off the vines that he can see on Vrantris.
All right, please do so.
Is that a -2 check?
Yes. All right, you begin to start pruning at the vines, which does indeed begin to work. However, as this does, you watch as the vines then begin to move and wrap around you. I need you to make me another will save.
Okay.
That is a fail. However, as this happens, all of a sudden, and I'm gonna share my audio for a little bit, so it's gonna sound weird for my players, but I feel like it's very important you hear this. All of a sudden, you start to hear something amidst the jungle. As very suddenly, a bony skeleton with a brass instrument emerges and gives you a +2 bonus to your saving throw. Okay, that's enough of that. as the bard is begins to play the song, you kind of feel the vines trying to take you over. You hear the voice of the Sakura King as it tries to reach into your mind and say,
Now, darling, you must become one with me. You're such a beautiful, beautiful Oni. We could do wondrous things together. Just let yourself succumb. Breathe deep in the vapors. Serve me.
All right.
Say no.
Really?
It's just control.
Serve you. Thanks for calling the darling. No.
all right, with that, you rip and tear the vines out. They sort of run, they kind of like writhe and wriggle in pain. They shoot out this milky pink discharge out of the branches that you've torn off. And yeah, you heard me. It doesn't have to be gross. Anyway, it's sap. So as this happens, the body of Vrantris suddenly goes limp, and you watch as Human raises his hands and says, "We did it!"
Yes, we did.
Thank you, Human.
I'm gonna be like passing out now. My head is like killing me.
All right, Kaito, you kind of take a quick rest against the tree.
From his prone position, Liu will attempt to basically do a hand flip up so that he comes down kneeling across Vantris and then try a hand strike to get down to where he thinks the seed is most likely to be planted.
In the center chest, you kind of thrust your hand. You break through the wood in the chest, realizing that there's a hollow in the middle. And true enough, there is a pitch dark seed, which is in the center. As this happens, you watch as Vrantris, his body reactively reaches up and grabs hold of Liu's throat. What do you then do?
Are we still in initiative order?
We're kind of out. This is more cinematic than anything else.
Seeing that Taisha would then just like to, if Taisha is able to seed that seed.
You can't see the seed as it's
Okay.
kind of in the chest. So Liu's kind of punched into the body, and he's got his hand around the seed, and this is as the hands come up.
Taisha's then going to start prying the hand off Liu's throat.
Okay. As you do so, you try to pull the hand out, and the hand disengages from the forearm, but it's still crushing and squeezing. Liu, what do you do?
I will attempt to just rip it out, Mortal Kombat fatality style.
All right, athletics check. As you begin to pull and tear and try to rip the seed out. Oh, yeah, with a 30, you pull it out, and you watch as Varantras's eyes sort of begin to flash quite rapidly before he goes limp, and his hand goes slack and falls to the ground. As this happens, there is a weird silence that kind of surrounds everything. The sounds of the jungle slowly begin to creep in as the thrumming of your hearts and the sound of battle fade away. All right.
Yeah. I still don't like ninjas, but it turns out I like people who control people even less.
Glory both Liu. It appears that we have a full-on enemy here.
I feel bad that I mistrusted Ventress so much from the start because of how little I trust ninjas, but he's never intentionally done anything wrong.
Can I have Taishu have a look over Vranch's body to see if he's active?
You go to inspect it, never having dealt with a member of the, kind of like robot variety before.
Yeah.
And as you approach, all of a sudden you see this as the eyes sort of awaken. I appear to be injured.
Yeah. Welcome back to the land of the living.
Zombie!
You are whatever.
You watch as Hugh kind of grabs his trombone. It looks like he's about to smack him.
No, Hugh, you.
You watch it. I'm imagining Taicho with one hand just kind of grabs onto the trombone, and then you just hear this.
Yes, absolutely. That is exactly what happens. Doesn't care. The bell. The bell of the trombone. Before I say anything else, the bell of the trombone is now broke. It's now just collapsed.
Yeah. Hugh looks at. He's like, Vrantris sits up.
You are a zombie. You are a skeleton.
It's true. He's a skeleton. As Vrantris sits up, he says, "I do not recall how I have arrived to this state of injury. In fact, I recall last doing battle against the Sakura King back in the ninja village. Did you bring me here?"
You lost the battle. You were doing great, apparently. I don't know. You were busy narrating the whole thing to yourself while we were fighting just now. But yeah, you lost, and he implanted some kind of seed in you, which is he holds up the sort of squashed remains that caused you to lose control.
Vrantris appears concerned, but is grateful that he has his friends with him. Thank you for assisting me, and thank you for ridding me of the corruption. I was certain that I could have battled against the Sakura King, but it appears as though his methods use more subterfuge and deception than I had originally anticipated.
Most villains like that are.
Just, Vrantis, I'm glad you're okay. We need to do some explaining because I'm pretty sure Ennis over here must be pretty confused. Let me just explain.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, hi.
All right.
You found a member of the Nagaji?
Yeah, everyone, this is Ennis. Ennis is the grandson of Appa. We were on our way back to the village. Yeah, they are in conflict with the Sea Devils, the Sahaugan or whatever they call them down at the coast. And
Which brings me to the question of your weapon. He says,
Exactly.
looking at Taisho.
Yeah? It's a good trident, it's a good weapon.
It appears as though this weapon belongs to the Sea Devils themselves. It is what they seek on the land.
What? This thing?
Vantress speaks up. Implausible. That weapon was used to slay the Grand Master. The Sea Devils do not know of the location of the ninja village, nor do they know how to wield it with such fervency that it would take out the Grand Master in entirety, or at least help him shed his mortal form. So what you're saying is that someone had stolen it in order to, what, pretend as though the Piscenes had attacked the ninjas?
Looks that way.
I mean, that
Taisho,
kind of subterfuge.
he just admitted that the Grandmaster is dead.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Taisho knows. Taisho knows. He knows. He's picked up on that. He's not said anything, but he knows.
This is implausible. What would someone have to gain from this? Perhaps I can raise some illumination on this.
Oh, please do, skeleton, human, fake man.
Well, no, just human, you, and then man.
Get on with it.
Yes,
Mr.
of course.
Man.
You see, I have been traveling. You like my bit of acting? It's good. It's great, isn't it? Okay. So,
Yes.
I have been traveling for a long time in search of great, wise, and wondrous things. And there is,
Yeah,
of course...
human. Can we skip to the part where you tell us the story?
This is
Instead
the
of the whole
story. This
intro?
is the story. I mean, this is just
Yeah.
it's the prelude, like the overture as we occur. The curtains is being raised. Now,
Yes, well, time.
oh yes,
that we have not.
So the I had come here in search of great poetry. You see, the war songs of the Piscenes is of great musical aptitude that I was seeking it out when, of course, I heard rumor that the ninjas themselves had refused the Oni daimyo. Yes, they did. They said that they do not ally themselves with any one particular faction because, of course, they are ninjas and they will work for the person who is most deserving. Not me. I've tried. I told them to go and find the water scroll, and they didn't want to. And they said, "How dare you? How'd you get into our secret village?" And I
Yes,
said,
fine.
"I just
Yes.
followed someone." Yes.
So, yes.
And so an individual emerged, an assassin, the Sakura King. But he did not wish to do the deed themselves. So with this beautiful flower, he infected a number of the Nagaji, who then turned their attention from the war against the Piscenes to the ninjas. But also had used the same flowers to enchant the Piscine devil things. And together they worked against the ninjas. And I would know. Because I gave them those flowers. Because I was paid. It was money. And they said, give flowers to people, and I did. But I remember very distinctly that they were very unhappy to see me, that I gave them the flowers, and all of a sudden they walked off into the woods without so much as a thank you. So I followed them to the ninja village. And that's where terrible things happened. I got away by playing dead.
So you're admitting that you are solely responsible for wiping out an entire group of people.
Wait, hold on. I think I said it wrong. Let me try again. So I
No. You gave flowers to both sea people and lizard people. Sorry, snake. Apologies. Lizard, snake. Oh, I'm getting this wrong.
Reptilian.
You, and he turns to Ennis. You gave flowers to them because you were paid to.
Yes.
Might I suggest you start running?
But why?
Thank you for the story.
Wait,
it was very
to
helpful.
To be fair, I did not know what the flowers did until I gave them. I thought it was a peace offering. And I thought if I gave a peace offering to people, they would give me songs. And they didn't. And so I've been...
Okay, so, human,
Yes.
you met a enormous, threatening Oni,
Ooh, terrifying.
bigger than me,
At least twice as big.
and you took the flowers because they said to do so, and they paid you for it.
They
Really?
did. They did. They paid me in these. And you watch as he hands out, as he pulls out a bag full of seeds.
Those are probably dangerous.
Give those here.
No, they're mine.
Okay. Do you want to burn as well?
On second thought, what's a few seeds between friends?
Good idea. And if he hands them over, I will gather enough bits and pieces to light a fire and just dump them in them.
Okay. While Taishu is setting a fire, Liu, what are you doing?
Pretty gobsmacked, to be honest. He's just admitted to inadvertently mind controlling enough people to wipe out an entire village.
Vrantris, you can kind of see Vrantris is kind of like the beach balls like from the Apple thing computers. He's just like processing. It's like, this guy should probably die. He was single-handedly responsible for the death of my village.
So yeah,
This guy's lucky that Kaito can't cast magic right now. Like,
Liu is sort of looking between Vrantris and Ennis and going,
Yeah, they're both super angry.
Human. That is a really weird name, by the way. Taisho just gave you some good advice. You're not going to be welcome in Nagajo anytime soon.
Oh, but He
Start running.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I'm sure the encore is over, and I think I hear my next bye as he just starts to.
just pick up a branch off the ground and throw it at him, hoping that it bonks him on the head on the way out.
In the time that it takes for him to leave, you can see that both Ennis and Vrantris, who are quite injured at this point, kind of like, they don't have the strength to chase after him. Taisho, you have built the fire, and very quickly you place the bag of seeds into it. As they begin to ignite, you can kind of see these kind of wispy, shadowy... I want to call them leeches, I guess, is the best way to describe them. These leech-like creatures made of smoke and brimstone just sort of seem to move from each of the seeds. Now, Liu, you have the only other remaining seed in your hand from when you ripped it out.
Get rid of that very quickly, seeing smoke leeches or whatever those things are.
Oh yeah, you throw it in, and then there's a particularly large one that's in your one. It's like almost like a matured one, just sort of.
I'm not drinking Sakura tea for a very long time.
Yeah.
I think that kind of ruined my appetite for that. That's a
It is
shame.
only.
That was my
It is
favorite.
only the only. It is only the only.
I don't know. That's gonna cause some trauma.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
causing trauma for me now.
Everyone, I think it would be best if I go back with Ennis and Vrantris to the Nagaji village so I can help explain. And, you know, I'm still he pulls open his gi to show where he got stabbed in the chest by a trident. I need some time to rest and heal. You two probably need to go and find Tamaki. There's an old ruined fort on the south side of the river opening. He's up there building a raft. Yeah.
Will it be
That-
easy
no,
to
the-
navigate our way back down there?
Well, kind of just head downhill and you'll hit the river and then follow the river. You'll be fine.
Downhill is good enough.
Like, I'm no navigator. Annis here has been showing me the way, but
Taisho figured his way back to the village all by himself, so I
Yeah.
trust his ability to get out of here.
Hang on.
I'll follow him.
So you went.
Leo, it will be fine.
Yeah.
You go take care of yourself, okay? And we'll
And
see you
we'll
again soon.
Hopefully, find Tamaki's still breathing.
All
We
right.
will.
As Liu kind of stands up and kind of moves away from the fire, Vrantris and Ennis sort of both stand up as well. You have our thanks. I admit that the ninjas had never really been a threat to our people. Had we known how dangerous they were, maybe they would be very, very different. Liu, your friendship to my people has shown us that we are very ignorant when it comes to understanding what true strength is.
Oh no! On the contrary, I think your people have a lot they could teach me and us about strength. I just think it's unfortunate that I mean, so much damage done because one person was trying to make a peace offering. And having said that, Taisho, that trident has to go back to the sea people.
Yeah. That's idiot. Yeah, it'll go back to the sea people.
Not pointy ends first.
No. No. Okay, yeah, I am a bit brash. It will not be pointy end first.
If I might be so forward, it appears as though much of what I have learned is now gone for the most part. And I think understanding now that the master is truly gone has changed a few things. If the Sakura King is to come back, then the strength of our clans will need to unite with the strengths of the Nagaji. And I think that there will always be a tension which exists. Liu, you have served as a mediator in many ways between myself, the Nagaji, and even now as you try to create restore the peace between the devil fish. Perhaps I would impose upon you one final time.
I mean, I guess it's kind of you to say so, but this is really just self-interest. We can't reach, well, these guys, I'm not that fussed, but we can't reach the water master until the sea devils are, I don't know, peace again? You
Well-
don't honestly think Tamaki's raft is going to get across that water stretch?
Well,
I don't trust the market to build anything.
Well, I would like to offer you a chance to perhaps learn the techniques of the wind and wave, the style in which the ninjas of the Nagajor had studied. Just as the wind and the rivers flow through this entire landscape, they too flow through the martial arts that we taught one another. We learned to blend. We learned to be a part of the jungle itself. I would like to teach and pass on this knowledge, and if you would stay for a time, I would be indebted if I could show you the ways of my people.
I would be honored. I look, guys. Only speaking here to Taisho and Kaito. I've never been that fussed about finding the elemental masters. We needed to get out of town. It's been a great adventure, and I'm glad to have spent time with you all. But I really feel that I've thought of myself as failure and weak for a long time, and I need to understand what it is to accept one's weakness and even to be grateful for it. So Rantris, I'm sure, can teach me many things, but Appa, I think, can perhaps teach me just as much. I think nothing could be further from my mountain home. This feels very weird in the dense jungle here, but I feel like this is my place for the moment.
Leo, you were never a failure, only to yourself.
Yeah, I've looked up to you even.
Me? Oh man, you need to look higher.
I don't have very many role models.
Wow. Yeah.
Don't look at me, Kaito. I am not your role model.
Well, at least I can
But
call you a
Leo-
friend.
Well, if this goes
Yeah.
well and you meet the water master, you'll have someone, a true veteran, a true master in your own fashion. I mean, your foster father, we only knew him for a short time, but he seemed a good sort.
Yes.
Maybe someone who thinks and moves and understands elements closer to your own will be, I don't know, a good fit.
Yeah. I'm excited and nervous to meet up with them.
Yeah, I bet. But no, I
But yeah, if your purpose is here, like that's what we're out here for. We're finding where we belong.
I don't
Yeah.
think me forever, but I just think I need some time to, as I said, to rest, to recover, and just maybe to learn to accept myself a little more. And Rantris, as much as I mock, well, I do. I mock the ninjas. Their style is not so different from my own. Not the style I use these days, but the style of my people.
The ninjas learned their techniques in order to fight those who were stronger than them. That is the way. And one cannot prepare to fight those who are stronger if one is not prepared to accept and understand one's weakness.
That makes sense to me.
We will see you again, Leo,
You
Mhm.
will.
for sure.
This is for a time, and I will see you again.
We'll keep an eye out.
Absolute.
Just try to stop Tamaki from doing anything too. He's got greatness inside of him, and just he's trying to work out a way to bring that out. And
I have a feeling
We'll
that
get
he could
there.
be a better magistrate than his parents, but we'll find. Yeah, we'll see. He'll at least be less corrupt.
he should certainly have more compassion after everything he's experienced.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hope. Let's hope.
Tamaki's
Look
on the
after yourself,
Tamaki's
Leo.
on the beach with a rock and the dead Nagaji, and he's like, I can explain.
I thought you were gonna say he's gonna have a little soccer ball with a face on it or something. Like, he's already gone castaway crazy.
You've been gone for 24 hours and you've created a Wilson.
All right. Well, with that, we pan away from, of course, our scene here and return to the beach where Tamaki has indeed been making a raft alongside the Nagaji that is there. The raft's actually not terrible, mostly because the Nagaji has also been helping in the form of, like, informing what what ocean faring vehicles need to be kind of included, like flotation, for example. As this happens, we now end today's session, and for the time being, at least, we bid farewell to our dear friend Rick, as Liu steps away from the stage to go and train with Vrantris and the Nagaji. I've got some wonderful news here with that, and that is, of course, that Liu, you are now, when you return, going to have the first steps in training for the very, very first Winding River martial arts. The way the Winding River works, the way of the Winding River, should I say, is a unique mastery of the Drunken Monk style, which I will have you add to your character sheet just as a added plot point here. And what it focuses on is completely and utterly redirecting attacks. So using reactions to basically take successful attacks on you and just give them to someone else.
Awesome.
Yeah, so there you go. And yes, you will also we'll also give you a couple of like little things here and there for ninja stuff. Like we gave you the walking on water thing. I think we might also give you the jungle step thing that Vrantris used as well. And we'll play around and do some cool stuff. But yes, much like our dearest Hatsune is training with the Hobgoblin warlords in the ways of the Bulette style, you are now learning the Winding River monk style.
Nice.
And of course, Taisho and Kaito, you will be returning with Tamaki when you go face off against the Devilfish and try to explain why you have their trident. I hope you guys had fun
awkward
today.
Conversation.
I hope you guys had fun today. Let's wrap up with a very, very quick favorite Liu moment. So this is a favorite Liu moment throughout the series so that we can give Rick a proper send-off. I'll start off. My favorite Liu moment was probably the sheer wonder at the events on the mountain. Climbing up the mountain and, like causing an avalanche, dealing with the carved stone and stuff like that. It was always a pleasure to see Liu kind of just captivated by all of the different events that had happened during that climb. And never once did he sort of turn around and it didn't become like, oh my God, it's this again, or oh my God, this is it was always like this sense of amazement from the character, which I loved dearly. Throughout that whole saga there. That was probably my favorite Liu moment. Taisho?
That's a really difficult one, actually, to be honest. I think it's the moments when there's always been those moments where Taisho has shared something with Liu, or rather Liu has shared something with Taisho in the case of, I'm hurting, help. And Taisho has actually always had this underlying respect for Liu. And the sort of brashness and stupidness that he has is very much driven by the fact that he doesn't want to cause harm to Liu, or wants to be that peacemaker, but just failing miserably. And that's really the sort of the thing that I have with Liu, is that how much Taisho looks at and up to Liu in terms of everything that Liu does, and he's just failing miserably about it, to be honest.
Nice.
And I think Taisho definitely noticed. He definitely noticed Liu in the back in a way that sort of that went, what's going on here? How are things? And just really looked up to him. I think.
Beautiful. Kaito?
I think that it was actually kind of like Liu's character introduction, because like you just saw just how just in the gutter he was, like, you know, throwing up on like a woman's dress and like, you know, being like, oh, I'll promise I'll pay for it, and you know, like having problems. It's like, it's cool to see that kind of character beginning and then seeing where they end up. So like, you know, character introductions like that will always stick with me. And it's like, you know, I'll always think of Liu how he is now, but I'll also always think about, like, you know, where his journey started was very rough.
Yeah, no, that's always very cool. And yeah, it was, you know, even seeing where he is now compared to then is like amazing. If you ever watch episode 1 and then at this one here, like, yeah, you can see massive 9-day differences.
Yeah, it's so much growth.
Rick, what was your favorite Liu moment?
I did really enjoy the scene on the mountain where he's trying to set the charges to release the avalanche.
Oh,
it was just the right combination of heroic and silly in that. And then after that, the fact that he actually made it through that rockfall without being completely wiped out.
That was pretty epic.
It was probably the first time in my conception of him that he picked up that actually, no, I am actually still pretty capable. But I think the first thing that actually came into my head other than that was the same thing that Sean just picked up, which was that opening scene. Because I was perfectly ready to have him just a grotty figure from the gutter. But I think actually your introduction of Mistress Suki, I think it was, and the fact that there was somebody who still cared for him after he's been trying for 10 years to destroy himself, that actually, I think, there's this moment where you build a character, you put all the mechanics together, you have some idea of what they're like, maybe a little bit. But that first moment as you sort of hit play is really important. And that, I think, that interaction just at the beginning was really important in shaping the direction of Liu's story arc. So yeah, that's probably my favorite still, even now.
Amazing. That's really cool. And I've got one here from McBluff, which I think is really, really cool.
I was just reading it.
Yeah, Liu was never trying to hide the fact that he was a disgrace, nor did he let it ruin him further. He had a sort of realistic hope. He wasn't driven by grand goals, but sort of had his eyes opened a bit and has worked his way into a new life, one that has given him room to grow as a person, and it was fascinating. So yeah, that's really nice. Thank you, Mac. All right. Well, with that being said.
Next session, please try to stop Neil from working out how to make his potions into depth charges.
Wait, that's a thing that he wants to do.
Yeah, Taisho is good. Taisho, this kind of scares me that Taisho is now going to have to fulfill the role of the voice of reason between the three of us. And it genuinely scares me that Taisho is now going to have to start fulfilling that role. And there's a moment that happened today which has definitely made Taisho go, I've got some shit to work out. So the fact that he's got shit to work out and he's now the voice of reason, me as Edward is fucking terrified of this.
I'm excited to see how this is going, honestly. Like, our group is already so dysfunctional that this will just make it like, oh, I love it.
Oh, yeah.
We're such a ragtag group, and it's great.
Yeah, no, it is. And, you know, it'll be really good to see how the dynamic changes in the future as well. All right. Well, with that being said, we are going to go and raid a good friend of the channel, the Dragons and Things Network, because they are fun, awesome, and hilarious people. So we're going to go and chill out over there. So thank you once again, everyone, for coming and joining us. Thank you for being a part of this wonderful adventure. A very special thank you to our dear friend Rick. A big shout out to our sponsors, Hero Forge, Fantasy Grounds, and Sirenscape for making us seem and have a ton of fun. Also, a special thank you to Epic Sax Guy because, you know, Look, even after all this time, still a classic. Still a classic.
Yeah. That
All
was
right.
great.
Absolutely, yeah.
Take it easy, and till next time, as always, game hard or die trying.